It's been a long day for me and progressively getting longer because this is now the ninth time that I've tried to film this video with varying success, ultimately with nothing usable. So here I am for the last hour and like I said, the ninth try to get this video out. I'm irritated because I had paused it. I was at 8 minutes and I paused it and I could see the timer was still running, but as soon as I stopped it, my disk was full. It didn't let me know and just got rid of it. So what is getting to me today and the last couple days specifically is I've been training, and where my training for work, I've been training for work, and where the training is, I have to drive past the Brunswick housing, where illegal immigrants are going to get 2 years free rent. And $3.5 million is going to help the illegal immigrants. But as soon as that runs up, it is you and me, Mainers, taxpayers, that are going to be footing the bill. So that's getting to me. But really, this video that I'm going to show first, that's what really sparked this. So without further ado,
Fiscal year, Maine's welcoming more than 800 refugees. About 100 of them have already arrived. That total, double the number from last year. CBS 13's Asia Reed tells us how, despite the challenges, one group is welcoming refugees with open arms.
In 2011, Makia Jubreen came here as a refugee from Central Africa. Since then, she became a volunteer here at the Hope House in Lewiston, helping new Mainers adjust, as she was in their shoes just more than a decade ago.
I feel so great. Like I'm able to help them. Like I would say that when I came, like I don't know nothing, and people help me, so I try my best to help others.
In the fiscal year of 2024, Maine is expecting to see double the amount of refugees as compared to last year. Jubreen hopes to make that journey a little bit easier for them.
I feel so great, like to help my community.
The Office of Maine Refugee Services expects 840 refugees to come. 80 have already arrived, with about 20 more coming in soon. With that many folks arriving come some challenges too. State Refugee Coordinator Enzo Utara says housing and the cost of living are obstacles, though there is a silver lining.
When they come, they are labor ready. They are ready to work. They don't need any paperwork or any work authorization. So when they're coming, they are ready to work, and that's very helpful for Maine's economy.
When refugees arrive here in Maine, there's plenty of people willing to help. Through the doors of the Hope House here in Lewiston, they can find food, clothing, and a sense of community.
So we're going to have to come together as a community. These are human beings.
Community Outreach Coordinator Kylie Tara says they aren't that concerned about the surge of people coming to Maine.
So I would say this organization would just do whatever it could to meet people's needs, no matter where they come from.
Otara says they'll arrive at staggered times over the year to make it easier on the state and for the refugees. In Lewiston, Asia Reed, CBS 13 News.
I was going to watch that video together, but I was having problems. That was the beginning of my problems, and I thought that it was going to end there, but they realistically only continued from there. So I can basically remember what I was going to say because I've had to say it several times in a row at this point. At the beginning of the video, I did like that it opened up with the lady, I'm not even, Makia, I believe that's her first name. Sorry if I said it wrong. I don't want to try to say your last name. I love that she came here and then she wanted to help. So now she's giving back and she's expressing gratitude and she genuinely seems happy doing what she's doing. So for that, I love that. That's a great story. Unfortunately, I don't know how many cases are like that. How many other cases are like that. And just the fact that we have over 840 refugees, illegal immigrants, being ushered in, not even just welcomed in, but like ushered in, like yanked in by these charities in Maine. I understand that they think they're doing the right thing, but damn, when are you going to think about the 320 homeless fucking children that are just outside of Lewiston? Not to mention the rest of the state. What about the damn veterans? Why are we not fixating and focusing on them much more than we are as a nation, but especially as Maine? Maine, we have offered up a lot of our young men and women to become soldiers to later come back and be vets. We have paid our dues here, so why are we not supporting them? And our demographic here in Maine is an older population. As you get older, you're supposed to get wiser, and isn't it wise to take care of those that took care of you? I say so. I want to take care of the vets. And of course, I want to take care of the children. Children should not work. They have no capability of working. They can't get a rent. They don't have Social Security to draw from. They don't have any credit to run to get a part. They have nothing. They can do nothing. So soldiers and children, why are we bringing in families from other countries that are not used to the cold? They're not used to the cold. So now we have to supply them with all of the layers, leggings, boots, nice socks, gloves, hats, face warmers, jackets, sweatshirts, like fire extinguishers, fire alarms, blankets, pillowcases, like all of it. And then when I'm driving home from work today, I see a teenage girl walking down the street in a long sleeve shirt with no jacket. It's 18 degrees out. Sure, maybe she just didn't wear something because it wasn't fashionable, but I don't think that's the case. If she has something, she could have outgrown it a couple years ago. It could be that it has just been long used and so she can't. It could be that no one wants to be walking outside in a t-shirt or a long sleeve t-shirt in 18 degree weather if they have an alternative. And this girl, if she had what we are just giving away to illegal immigrants, if she had the option of grabbing one of those jackets that the women are wearing, I am sure she would have. So this girl, who's a Maine citizen, teenage girl, isn't getting the kind of care that illegal immigrants are getting. What is the future here? Are these illegal immigrants going to be using the money to pay back towards the community that is helping them? Are they going to shop at mom and pop stores, cafes, local farmers markets? Are they going to be doing those things? Or are they going to be shopping at fast food restaurants, big box stores, trying to save as much money as they can, getting as much bang for their buck as they can? I get that. But when it's being given to you, it should be given to you and like, hey, don't use this at Walmart. Don't use it. Go and shop at an Aubuchon. Go and shop at a True Value. Don't go to Home Depot. Go somewhere else and spend your money there. It's going to be a little bit more expensive, but hey, we're giving you this money, so why don't you give some of it back? After 2 years, where are these once they're here for 2 years and they're working, and then are they citizens? Are they obligated to stay in Maine? Are they obligated to pay back taxes to the taxes that they drew from, that they did not pay into originally? Are they obligated to pay back at all? Or can they move to California or somewhere else where it's easier and they can get more handouts? What is the plan? Are there any rules for the illegal immigrants that are staying 2 years with rent-free? Are there any rules, any guidelines in place that say, this is what you must do, this you must not do? If you do these things, or if you don't do these things, you're gone. And if you break the law, if you shoplift, if you steal a car, if you steal something from someone walking down the street. If you break the law in the slightest, you're gone. You're gone. There has to be rules and regulations and guidelines. But I've been searching online and I can't find them. And that doesn't necessarily pertain to this video. I'm going to get to that when I talk about the 2-year rent-free $3.5 million. But it's all kind of intertwined. I'll throw the links down below of all of it from what I'm drawing from. But I've just had all day to kind of, in my free moments, to have my mind just spinning on what does the future look like? I'm only 33 right now. So I have plenty of years in front of me. And 10 years ago, I could think ahead to my 30s. And I could say, yeah, I'm really gonna just dick around in my 20s, screw my credit, screw loans, screw it. I'm in my 20s. I will take care of things in my 30s because I'm willing to work hard, and I will when time comes to it. And now, I can't even look a year ahead. I don't even know what this fall is going to look like. And so things are rapidly changing, and it's with practices like this that alarm me, and the citizens that are so willing to just throw away more of our tax dollars, because about 2/3 of my income goes to me, and that's just after taxes. A whole third of what I make is taken, at least, and if I work overtime, even more, which makes no sense. I work more and I get taxed more. No, I worked harder, so I should be able to take more home. You don't get to have your grubby little paws on it. Get them out of here. Get them out. Seriously. We need change. We need positive change. Because Obama campaigned on change, ran on change, and in hindsight, he brought the kind of change that I wish he hadn't. And look at where we are now. It was not this bad before. And I don't get it. I don't get it. It happened so quickly. So quickly. But I think in part it happened because the silent majority, the majority was silent. And the vocal minority took over in that time. And damn, did they. Like some rodents that are able to survive some nuclear blasts. Like they just got in there and spread. And I know it's been going on for many years. But just the social contagion and the mental health decline aspect, that happened very rapidly. But it's no wonder. Our food is poisoned. Our packaging is poisoned. We are just stooges for big pharma, so that way we can become everlasting patients. And it's time that the silent majority was no longer silent. We are still the majority. We're still the majority. But we can't be silent any longer. I was going to go into more articles. There's going to be more to cover on this, but I don't want to make this video too long. And that one video alone was pretty upsetting. We need to think about where we're going, and we need to start planning for tomorrow, and for tomorrow's tomorrow, today. So much of what's happened is we've got hung up in a microsecond, and all we see are in microseconds. And in this case, we can't do that. We cannot do that. I mean, as in America, we are 300 million strong plus. So, I mean, we could divide, and we could have those that are forward thinkers like myself. I'm an Eagle Scout. Always be prepared. That is So I need that as a tattoo. I don't have it as a tattoo, which is strange, but that's my next tattoo. I have to get that. I am always prepared. I don't go on a hike without having stuff to survive for like 3 days if I had to. like I have stuff in my car at all times. If I break down, I have blankets and yada 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 whatnot to take care of myself. But it seems like on the highest levels of government, we're thinking in microseconds. And there's that disconnect. There's so many disconnects. There's the disconnect between budgeting. The government doesn't budget. They're not transparent. They don't need to tell us what they're spending, how they're spending, how much they're spending. They just kind of let us know after the fact. And us, we have to budget and we have to down to the dime. But they don't have to. So there's the disconnect between that. There's the disconnect between Angus King, Susan Collins, and others being millionaires, multi-millionaires, when their constituents are never going to see that kind of money. You are a public servant when you are a politician, when you are in the government. There's disconnect after disconnect after disconnect. And disconnect, again, that was the whole main point, was thinking ahead. There's a disconnect between the average American Mainer family that they think ahead. They stock up on toilet paper. We stock up on things. We plan ahead. And the American government, which does not plan ahead and which operates when they need something, it's in a moment's notice. But when it's something to come back to you, they take their sweet ass time. I try to stay pretty neutral in a lot of my videos prior to this. I don't know if that's the way to go. That's what legacy media is for. It's impersonal, it's biased, but they won't tell you how it's biased. I am slightly biased. We are all slightly biased. As a gay, spiritual, Mainer, homeschool kid from a trailer home, like, I'm gonna have a specific worldview, and it may not be the same worldview as you. But that doesn't negate the fact that, on average, across the globe, no matter where you go, people are kind, loving, and we don't want war. So, again, another fucking disconnect. The only bipartisan decisions that come out of Congress are when it's about war and sending money to other countries. If it's about helping their own citizens, helping their constituents, that honestly we need to stop voting them in because it's our own fault to a point. We need to stop voting in these assholes that do not think for us, that they only agree when it's about war and sending money overseas. They don't agree when it's anything beneficial for us. Again, another disconnect, because average citizens would not do that to their own community. I think I just need to cut it here. I wanted to keep this shorter. It's already a little bit longer, but you know what? Things need to be said, and if you stuck around till now, go ahead and leave that mountain emoji. You know I love that, and lets me know that you stuck all the way through. Thank you so much. And let me know your comments down below. Does this get you as yeeted as it gets me? Because I don't know how much more of this I can take. And it's happening every single day. And it's happening in an increasing speed every single day. And it's just like, I go to work and I come home, it's 8-10 hours after traveling, and so much has happened. And it's like, whoa. I understand citizens, average citizens, cannot be involved in every minute detail of government. That is why we elect people to represent us. But one, I think we've made that mistake all too often lately, where we have not elected those that represent us. But beyond that, those decisions that they're making are big, drastic decisions, the first of its kind. And because the first of its kind in these situations, it needs to be brought forward. We are a constitutional republic, damn it. So bring things forward to the American people. And y'all, we need some new faces. We need some new ideas. Let's vote out these crusty dinosaur assholes. Get them out the door. And let's round up and start running for offices, local and large, local and federal. And let's make a difference. Together, y'all. Until next time, bub, have a good night.